Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope we all had a wonderful weekend, and it's actually weekend still. So I hope you guys are all amazing. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your commitment, and I hope that we are going to have an interesting section this morning. So please, if you can hear me and you can see me live and direct, you can just do well to comment with a yes in the comment section. Just drop a yes in the comment section for me to know that you can see and hear me live and direct. So thank you very much. I can see a lot of people are already here. They have joined, and so much activity already in the comment section. So please, if you can hear me, you can just do well to drop a yes for me in the comment section. Oh, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, as a way of introduction, I want to start by introducing myself. While I do that, also, please, you can do well to tell me your name, where you are joining us from, and yeah, that will be it for now, right? So first of all, for those that might be meeting me for the first time, I might not be a new face to some people. My name is Johanna Ayuba. I'm a lead trainer with Impactor, and I'm not here alone. I'm here with my colleague. She's going to be the moderator for this section, that is in the person of Jane Francis. So Jane Francis is going to be the one moderating this section for me. So thank you very much, Jane Francis. You will see Jane Francis in the comment section. So I also have someone at the back end, my broadcaster Chidima. Chidima, you won't be seeing Chidima. She's going to ensure we have a smooth transition and all of that. So this training is actually brought to you in partnership with Leading Women Africa, being spearheaded by Medlin. So thank you very much, Medlin, for all the efforts. We started this training some time back. We are in the second phase of the training, right? So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. So I can see a lot of name already. I can see Jolene joining from Cape Town. I can see Chesney joining from South Africa, Cape Town as well. Keziah joining from Wolf and Panda, Cape Town. I can see Marel Marel Dia, yeah, joining from Cape Town, Kim Square from Cape Town. Wow, I have a lot of Cape Town people here, right? So you guys should just come and carry me already. So I can see Louis Sunbird from Park in Cape Town. I can see Christian from Cape Town. So let's keep the introduction coming in as we are going to actually look at what we are going to do today. So today's section is basically going to be an interesting one. We have an amazing topic to look at for, especially if you're a business person or an aspiring entrepreneur looking to start something, right? Especially in the digital space, this topic is right for you. You are going to learn so much, especially that has to do with digital marketing. So a lot of people have this idea. We know that the world is global. We know we are in the tech space after COVID. A lot of things happen, and we are supposed to position our business where our customers are at the moment. So right now we are going to see how to create a digital marketing plan. Right, it is one thing to learn how to run Facebook advert. It is one thing to know how to run Instagram advert. It's one thing to know how to post on Facebook and all of that, but without the proper plan or strategy, a lot of people will just be putting effort, and at the end of the day you won't be seeing results. You keep posting in your Facebook, you keep posting on your Instagram, but you won't see the reaction or the feedback you want to get, right? So we are going to actually be looking at how to create a digital marketing plan, right? So just sit tight, and please don't forget, if you have question, the comment section is right there for you to leverage on. All you need to do is just drop your question, drop your responses or contribution in the comment section so that we are going to actually look at it, right? So number one is we are going to be looking at introduction to digital marketing. We are going to see what the whole concept of digital marketing is, what's the whole idea, what does even digital marketing mean to me, to you as a business person. Then secondly, we are going to see how we can build our digital marketing plan, right, which is the most important part. And I hope you have your pen and paper, so anything you can jot one or two things, because it's actually going to be beneficial to you. It's going to actually be very, very important for you to jot a lot of things here. Then last but not the least, we are going to be looking at how to harness the power of digital advertising. We're going to see how to harness the power of digital advertising. So now let's go to that. So like I said earlier, it's going to be an interactive section, so it's going to be more like I'm going to be asking you question, you're going to be responding as well. So presently, I just want to, as a way of just a background check, how do you currently engage with your customers? This is a general question for everybody, and I want you to go right in the comment section and respond to me, right? So let's have this interaction. Let's know we are together. How do you engage with your customers currently in your business? Some people might be through WhatsApp, some people might be through Facebook, Instagram. I don't know, but I want to know, so that we are going to establish some point from here going forward, right? So I can see a lot of people still joining us. So thank you very much for coming through, and I will do well to actually acknowledge everyone that is joining us. So please, for the meantime, can you tell me, how do you currently engage with your customers? How do you engage with your customers currently? So let's look at who is going to be my first responder for today. As regards to this question, okay, I have Nabuntu said Facebook, WhatsApp, and face to face. That is a more like word of mouth. I have Kezia saying through email, WhatsApp, and social media platforms. I have Cherry saying through Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. I have Chesney said okay, Station say I engage my customers through let me see, through WhatsApp, Cynthia WhatsApp and Facebook. A lot of responses already. Bianca said Facebook Messenger, Instagram and WhatsApp. Chesney said face to face. A lot of them. So thank you very much, ladies, for those amazing responses. Thank you very much. Oh, I can see even calls. Yes, that is also a mode of engagement, right? So thank you very much for that. Now let's see what the whole concept of digital marketing is. Let's see how digital marketing is going to actually help us scale. For now, the big question is, what is digital marketing? I know a lot of people have different perception, different concepts, different idea as to what digital marketing is, and how digital marketing can be able to help us, right? So let's look at it now. I want to just give you a simple definition of what digital marketing is and what we should also be looking out for. When you say digital marketing, it's simply just the act of promoting your product, whether your product or whether you're offering services, leveraging on the internet, because the internet is more like a booster. The internet is more like an amplifier. Is going to amplify that promotion, that advert you want to run to a wider audience. Why? Because a lot of people are already on the internet, right? So through different means, either video, pictures, podcasts, even there are different means on the internet, right? So all these are forms in which we can run digital marketing. So, and one important benefit of digital marketing is it allows you to analyze at the end of the day. It is one thing to run an advertisement, and it is also a different thing to also be able to measure it, right? So measurement is another important factor of digital marketing. So you see, when you post on your Facebook, you get to see how many people view your post, you get to see how many people like your post, you get to see how many people comment. So those particular metrics are actually what measurement is. Unlike the traditional form of marketing, if you put a billboard in the market, can you measure how many people saw that billboard? Can you measure how many people like or want to share that billboard? So you cannot. But digital marketing gives you the ability to be able to measure how effective your advertisement is. And now, this is why we are saying leveraging on the internet, because the internet is an amplifier, and because of that, we are currently living in a mobile world. And let's see why we say we are currently living in a mobile world. Number one, there are at the moment over 747 million SIM connection across sub-Saharan Africa. Already, when you say SIM connection, you know already people are already connected digitally, right? So for you to have this amount of SIM connection across sub-Saharan Africa. Secondly, over 91% of South Africa, which I know a lot of the audience here on this call are from South Africa, because I've seen a lot of Cape Town in the responses, right? Own mobile phones, with 80% in Kenya and Nigeria as well, right? So if 90% of South Africans own mobile phones, which it basically means a lot of, in fact, more than um almost all the population of South Africans have access to mobile phones, then 65% of the mobile active users in Nigeria have, or in also in South Africa, have actually shopped online. Now, this is where it interests us as business people. This is where we pick interest as individual. How can people be able to connect with us? How can people be able to buy from us? How can people be able to even ask questions about our product? Is by actually coming to us and shopping from us, right? Now, let's see what are the opportunities that might arise from connecting with customers online. When you connect with customers, there are a lot of opportunities for you as a business person. And number one opportunity for you of being online, it increase your reach. Remember, I said the internet is more like an amplifier, is a platform that helps you broadcast well to a wider audience, right? So you get to increase your reach, leveraging on the internet. Then, secondly, and most importantly, you learn about your customers through the online platforms. A lot of people get an idea of who their ideal customers is. A lot of people get an idea of who their customers are, or where they are coming from, where they are located. If you're in South Africa, you can know via different methods where your customers are coming from. There are data analytics that tells you from where they are coming from, how did they get to connect with you, and all of that. Even a bit about their demographics, like their age, gender, and all of that, right? So, last but not the least, you communicate and provide support via these online platforms, whether you are running a Facebook, um, and whether you are running Twitter and all of that. You get to communicate directly with your customers. They tend to send you a DM, they tend to tag you in post and all of that. So that is you communicating, and also you get to leverage on those platforms to provide support to your customers, right? So now, because digital marketing is actually a broad term, is actually something big. A lot of people will say, is Facebook advertising digital marketing? Is posting on Instagram digital marketing? Yes, they are all digital marketing, but we're going to break them into different channels for you to understand. There are actually different channels of digital marketing, and we're going to look at them individually. Number one is search engine optimization. Is one of the key channel in which a lot of businesses that don't have so much budget, or that don't have so much resources or money to run paid advertising, leverage on very well to be able to trap. Because one thing about business, you have two type of customers, right? We have the intent based customers and the identity based customers. Now, what do I mean by intent based customer? Intent based customers are customers that wake up in the morning, they have a need to buy your product, they have a need or a want to have your services, right? So they go online, they search, and begin to look for you. This is them coming from you. They don't have to see your advert, they just have that particular need. Let's say I wake up in the morning, I want to buy something to eat, right? Then I get used to buying things online, so I have to go to any online marketplace and begin to make order and all of that, right? So those are the kind of intent based kind of customers, right? So search engine optimization ensures that when these kind of customers are looking for you, your business appears to them, because it's actually a global village, it's actually a large space, right? The internet is big. We have millions of websites already on the internet. So now, how can your business scale through those crowd of website to appear to this particular intent based customers when he's searching for you? So that is what search engine optimization do. It helps to optimize your website so it shows up more often in search engine results, right? So it get to show every time someone is searching anything that has to do with your business, right? So that is what search engine optimization, and that is one key channel of digital marketing. Then secondly, we have search engine marketing. Now remember, there are two words with one difference. One is search engine optimization, and now the second one is search engine marketing. The only difference is search engine marketing has to do with you now paying Google to ensure that your website appear first, irrespective of whether or not your website is good enough to appear to that customer. So now it's just like you going to the general market space. You know that there are shops, and there are shops that are the extreme end of the market. So it is believed that when customers come and see your shop in the entrance of the market, they will want to just buy from you, and with saving themselves the stress of having to go through the back of the market. So that is what search engine marketing helps you to get a space in front of the line when customers are looking for you, right? So that is how it works. Then social media marketing are all the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter advertisement we know of, where you get to leverage on these platforms to be able to push your advertisement, to be able to make posts so that customers and potential customers can see you as well. Then we have the display marketing. Display marketing is simply an opposite of the traditional marketing we do, where we tend to raise billboards, share flyer, put banners across locations in where we are so that people can see us, right? So the opposite of it is actually display marketing in digital space, where you get to raise those banners but online. I know a lot of us, maybe when you are browsing your phone, when you are chatting, or when you are a different website, you begin to see all these pop-up advertisements coming to appear. They tend to appear um, in front of you and all of that, right? So they will appear and you get to see most of them. So those are what display marketing is all about. Then we have email marketing. Some of us join this training via some email invites, via email reminders and all of that. So email marketing is simply leveraging on email platforms to promote your product, to sell your product, and also to connect with your customers. Then last but not the least, which is the king of everything, because everything you are going to do is going to revolve around content marketing, because whatever you are going to push in all these five channels has to do with content. So content marketing is king. Content is about creating and sharing different types of contents, like blog posts, like videos, like infographics, all of them to attract attention and also to drive traffic, whether for sales or customer acquisition, right? So that is what content marketing is all about. I hope you were able to get. So I'm going to be stopping here for question as regards to just this first agenda we cover. So please, if you have any question, do well to just simply leverage on the chat button and just ask. So we actually saw or introduce you to the concept. Now we are going to the actual main part, where you are going to see how to successfully create a digital marketing plan for your business. So let's see question. Please, if you have question, do well to just drop it in the chat section and I'm going to take. And by all means, if you actually get the clear concept of what I just did, you can just respond with a yes. I love to see responses actually, but nonetheless, we still encourage, if you have question, drop your questions so that we are going to actually take them one after the other, right? So please, if you have question, just do well to drop it in the chat section. Let's see. And if you totally understand what we talked about in the first agenda, you can just respond with a yes and all of that. Okay, so I have full-time spices said, apart from the intent-based customers, please, what's the second type of customer? Okay, so sorry, I actually did mention two. We have intent-based customers and identity-based customers. So identity-based customers are customers that you are now looking for. They don't know about you, but you know they might be interested in your product when they see them. So now you are going to like categorize them, identify them, then now push your product to them. Let's say you have to do a research, you have a fantastic product, you know that okay, any lady or any woman that is interested in makeup will want to buy your product, right? So you get to identify those target customers based on their age, based on their location, based on their gender, based on also their interest. So those are what we mean by identity based. Of course, they don't know you, they might not even have a need for you, but one thing that is going to convince you is when they see your product, because it's amazing and all of that, they get to see, or they get to love it and they will want to buy. So you see, we have intent based customers, those that are looking for you. Then we have identity based customers, those that you are looking for. So those are the two types of customers, right? So thank you very much for that question. And I hope I've been able to answer you very well. That is full time spices, right? So I can see some yes from the comment section. Okay, Cherry say, I have an online beauty business selling hair accessories, hair care, perfumes, etc. We are working on a Shopify account, but I feel insecure about sales. How can I drive people to the website? Now, this is the second part where you just need to get your pen. We are going to actually give you a proper breakdown on how to go about driving traffic to that particular place, right? So let's go straight. So I can see a lot of yes already understood. Thank you very much, everyone. So please, if you still have questions, you can drop it, right? So we are going to see how to help Cherit build her digital marketing plan, right? We're going to see how to help Cherit. So we're going to be using Cherit as um I'm by no means will I say advocating or marketing Cherit, but I'm just using Cherit as an example. So let's see how we can help her build her now. Building her digital marketing plan has to do with 6 basic steps, right? 6 basic steps. She have a website already, or she have an online store that she wants to drive people to that store and then begin to make sales. Now the first step she needs to do is, or understand, is ask herself what is her business goals and objectives. That is the first step. So we are going to break all of those things down so that we can see how we can help Cherit achieve her marketing goals, right? The second step is for you to understand your budget and resources. Is very, very important. We're going to explain that as well. The third step is your audience. Then the fourth step is decide what channels to use. The fifth step is plan your activity. Then the last but not the least at all is measure. So we're going to take them individually to see what they actually mean. Right now, business goals and objectives are actually very, very important. They are the guiding principle of how you run your marketing activities. You need to ask yourself, like Cherry says she sells beauty, cosmetics, hair, and perfume. Now, the question for Cherry is, what does she want to achieve? For this particular project she wants to do going on Shopify, is it that she wants to create awareness for her product and services for people to see? No, quite maybe she has done that already. Does she want to make sales? Probably yes. Or does she want to drive traffic to her website? Or she wants to get more shop visit. So Cherit will have to have a particular business goal that she wants to achieve. When she have that particular goal written down, let's say for Cherit now, her business goal is to make sales using the Shopify account she have. Now she will have to align that particular objective with an that particular business goal with an online objective. When you are actually run digital marketing, there is what we call online objective. Online objective has to do with whether you want to increase your brand awareness, whether you want to increase traffic to your website, whether you want to make sales and all of that, right? So now we are this some example is another person, but now I intend to use Cherit as a point of contact, right? So now Cherit says she's a hairdresser. Her business goal is to increase her customers. She wants to sell more of her product, right? Now we have established the facts and understand what Cherry business goal now. Now she has to align her business goal with an online objective. And now what do we mean by online objective? They are, let me just mention a few of online objective. Can be to increase traffic to your website, right? That is an online objective because you cannot increase traffic to offline store, right? So you might want to online, you want to increase to your website. Secondly, or you can say you want to increase online sales, which is actually what Cherit wants to do with her hairdressing, with her beauties, cosmetics, and all of that, right? So it can be anyone. So you need to ask yourself how. So now when you align your business objective and your campaign goals, then it have a clear path as to what you want to achieve. And now why you need to actually understand that is because at the end of your strategy you are going to measure, so that you will know the metrics to measure whether or not the money you spent or the resources you spend have actually yielded profit or not. So you must have an objective, and that objective will give you the key metrics to measure, right? Now the second most important activity that Cheryl will have to do is understand her budget and resources. Cheryl cannot have 5 million, 10 million all run down to Shopify, right? She might have a particular amount of money that she can afford for that particular business or for that particular marketing she wants to do. So Cheryl will have to know that okay, what is possible for me? For Cherry now, it's possible because to get a Shopify account because she can afford it, she can do it, and she have already done that. Is it possible for her to have an e-commerce website as well built in form of Shopify? It might not be possible because she don't have the resources and all of that, right? So now her budget now, how much can she spend or how much can she afford to run advertisement? That is how, so that she won't break her bank account, so that she won't go out of budget and end up not eating the next day, right? That is actually funny, but I'm just using it as an example. So now she has to understand what her budget is And after understanding what her budget is, then she now can go to the third most important step, which is audience. Charity, you might not like to hear this, but not everybody is going to buy from you. Not everybody is your customer, right? The customer space is very large, and at this stage of your planning, you need to understand who your customers are. You need to write them down. You need to know your customers based on their demographics. Can you serve people outside of South Africa? Can you serve people outside of Africa? Can you deliver? If you cannot, then you have to know that number one, where are my customers located? They are located in Cape Town. That is very amazing. That is you streamline or narrowing down the customer base. Then secondly is what are their gender? Are they all male and female, or basically the people that can buy from me are all female? Then you need to write down, because when you're online, there are data that will help you take your advertisement to these particular people that you want to target. Then secondly, most important thing is knowing the age range of these customers. You definitely know a 2 year old or a 1 year old child cannot use your product or cannot buy from you. So you don't necessarily need to target, oh, a 70-year-old person or an 80 years old person cannot use your product or doesn't have a need. So you need to streamline. But and 70 years old person doesn't have a need does not mean that he's not online, right? So you need to ensure that you channel your advertisement to the right person. Now, understanding the age of your audience, you also need to also know their interests. What do they like? If you are targeting someone like me, if you have to use things like football, things like sports, because I love them a lot, right? So when you put sport as part of my interest, then that advertisement definitely is going to come to me, right? So that is why it is important to set your audience very straight. Then number four is your marketing channels. You remember I listed 6 different channels for you to consider when running your marketing activity. I did mention of search engine optimization. I did mention of search engine marketing. I did mention social media marketing. I did mention display marketing, email marketing, and lastly, content marketing. So one thing you should know is you don't need to use all those channels to market your business. You need to understand that your business goes with mostly a particular marketing channel. If you want to increase sales, then there is a particular marketing channel that will help you give you that result. Not all the marketing channels will give you the result, right? So let's look at how it works. Now, let's say for Cherit, her business goals is to increase website sales. Remember, the keyword there is website. So the marketing channel that Cherit will have to consider in marketing her website account is number one, search engine marketing, right? That is where she trap the intent-based customers. So the moment customers search for her, they will see the advertisement come up. Now, the moment customers search for anything related to her product, then her business will appear to them. Then she will also need to also spend more time doing search engine optimization. And last but not least, is email marketing. Customers will come to your Shopify account. They will want to buy later off, bounce off. So that is where your email marketing will come to play, where you send them reminders, send them follow up, ask them, oh, you abandoned your cart, you didn't end up buying. Can you come back for this particular discount we are running? So the moment you have client information, because anytime they come to Shopify and they want to buy, they will have to put their information. That is when you keep on rolling. You remember how AliExpress, how Amazon will keep sending you emails when they are doing Black Fridays consistently. When you bought, try looking at a product and you didn't get it, then they will keep sending you back the product to see in different discounts, in different format and all of that. So that is how to leverage on these 3 marketing channels for Cherry to be able to achieve her marketing goal, right? So that is how you go. And probably maybe another person's goal is to increase reach and awareness. So the right channel to consider is display, social media, and content marketing. So that is why I said there are different marketing channels that helps us achieve different objectives. So you don't need to do everything at the same time. So that is how that is what Cherry needs to do. And number 5 activity that Cherry will have to do is plan her activity. Cherry will have to do SEM, that is search engine marketing. She will have to do search engine optimization. Then lastly, she will have to do email marketing. Now at this stage, that is when she have to plan. If a customer comes and did not buy, how can I craft the email? If a customer come and maybe due to price he didn't buy, how can I craft a discount email? How can I set up, or what do I need to be posting on my website to increase my website appearances, to increase my website traffic? What kind of content should I put on my website to increase number of people coming to my website? So this is what planning your activity has to do. You have to craft all your messages. You have to populate your website with content. You have to ensure that your search engine optimization, your landing pages, you have to ensure that all your product cards, easy checkout, payment options are all working fine, right? That is what you need to do at this stage, right? So planning activity can be, if Cherry doesn't have a website or doesn't have a Shopify account, but her objective is to increase sales, then that at this stage is where she needs to go and create a Shopify account, right? So that is how it works. If she doesn't have a Facebook page or she doesn't have a landing page, this is the stage where she has to go and create it, right? So that is how Cherry will need to do with her planning at that part. Then last but not the least, which is very, very important, I like to use this marketing quote that says, if you cannot measure it, you definitely cannot improve it, right? So you need to learn to measure your activity. You need to learn to measure it very well. So measurement has to do with looking at the whole process, the whole activity that we have done from step 1 to step 5. Are they effective? Are they giving us the result? Are we achieving the online objectives? Are we achieving the sales? So now that's giving you the result. Then you now begin to ask yourself, what is the problem? How can we improve it? Where did we go wrong? Is it that our budget is small? Is it that our product are not nice? Is it that our marketing is not well structured or our content are not appealing? So you get to look at what is working and what is not working, right? So we call it the SMART objective. S stands for your goal should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be achievable, it should also be realistic, and last but not the least, time bound. Now, remember when I was advising Cherry, all I said that she wanted to increase website sales. Now, I did not want to make comment on it before till we come to this point. That is actually not a good objective for Cherry. That is not so good. Why? Because it's a broad objective. She just wants to achieve sales by what percent, right? At what period? At what time frame is it possible for her? Has she created awareness? Is making sales going to be possible for her? So now for Cherry to be smart about her objective, it can be that she wants to achieve website sales. She needs to make the objective very specific. Yes, sales is being specific, but is it measurable? She needs to tell us that, okay, I want to increase my sales by 20%. So that is now measurable, so that when we want to measure the entire activity at the end of the month or at the end of the quarter, we're going to see, did we actually achieve the 20% increase in sales? Then is it achievable? Is it even possible? So you cannot set an unrealistic goal. You cannot say you want to increase your sales by 200% when we know you have never even made a 10% increase in the last activity you have done. So you need to also make sure it's achievable and realistic. Time bound is actually something that will actually guide you. Putting time to it, like saying, I want to increase my website sale by 20% in the next 3 months, or in the next quarter, or in the next 1 month. So that is you now making yourself very smart in achieving your objective. I hope you understand. So her initial objective was to increase online sales. Now, if we are going to recraft Cherry's goal, we are going to say to increase online sales by 20% within 3 months. That is a smart objective, instead of just saying to increase her online sales through Shopify account. So we're going to say to increase her online sales by 20% within the 3 months. So now after 3 months, we are going to sit down and look at our revenue. We are going to say that our former revenue increases by 20% after this 3 months, after this whole activity. So that is how to make it smart, right? So now this is more like an overview of how Cherry's marketing plan is going to be on her paper or on her board or any of her book. She will now to increase more customers through her door. Her audience now, let's say is they are basically females within the age of 39 in her local area and also her past customers. The channel she wants to leverage on her SEO, Facebook, the activity she needs to build a website, and for charity, she already have a Shopify account, right? And get visibility on Google, use Facebook advertising, and also target people in her local area. Then her online objective is to increase her reach, increase returning customer. Then her smart objective now will be to increase her online sales by 20% within the next 3 months. So that is how her overall activity is going to look like for Cherry. So I'm actually going to pause here, and I hope I have spoken been able to show you important in your business than anything else, because you might know how to run the Facebook advertisement, the WhatsApp, everything, but is it actually well structured and all of that? That is the basic question. So I'm going to be pausing here for question. If you have question or anything you want to ask, please do well to drop it in the comment. Cheryl, I hope we have been able to help you in just getting an idea of how your marketing plan should look like or should follow. It is not actually 100% guide, but we are just using it for reference, right? So thank you very much for giving us your business to actually use as a reference point. So please, if you have question, you can do well to drop your question. I love to take questions. And if you have contribution as well, feel free to contribute. Or if you have an idea, we are all learning, right? We are all learning. So, and if you totally understand and get the whole point, remember it's just a yes in the comment section. That will just help me to know that um I'm actually so, and I know that maybe you are definitely getting 1 or 2 points here. So you're not going to get everything all, but definitely you are going to have an idea of what we are trying to pass, right? So if you have any question, any contribution, please drop it in the comment section, and I'm going to actually take our time to answer most of them. And if you totally understand what I said, you can just drop a yes in the comment section. Then I'm going to actually help you. I can continue with the section, right? So we have just one final agenda to look at, then we'll call it a day. So please, if you have question, you can do well to drop your question or give me a yes in the comment section, right? Excuse me. So I'm looking at I'm not seeing yes yet, but I'm hoping to see yes very soon. Okay, right. Thank you very much, Mojela, Gania. I can even see a big yes from Asomta, right? So thank you very much, everyone, for those yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much, everyone. So now we are going to look at this final part where okay, I have one question from Fortune. She said, how often should one revisit or change this strategy? It's actually that's why the final point of the strategy is called measure. So when at the end of the time frame you set yourself to achieve that particular goal is there, and you measure and see that um you have not achieved it, then that is when you need to review it immediately. The goal is not achieved, you need to ask yourself what went wrong, what do I need to do again. Then consult the person, consult an expert and say, okay, I've tried a strategy, it didn't work, then there is a problem somewhere. That's when you cannot continue running the strategy forever hoping that it will change, right? You immediately ask yourself, is it the content I'm pushing, is it the product, is it, am I targeting the wrong people? So all those things are things you need to ask yourself. So there's what we call A/B testing in digital marketing. A/B testing has to do with you are trying to test two different options, right? You want to test two different kind of audience, you want to test two different kind of products, you want to test two different kind of content. You want to use a video and also a graphics to advertise. So all those are what we call A/B testing. So sometimes it's also good to do A/B testing to know what is working and what is not working, right? So that is how you can. So please explain more about aligning goals and objectives. Okay, your goals are just generally what you want to achieve as a business. Maybe at that particular stage in your marketing activity, maybe you want to create awareness, you want to get more customers, you want to sell your product. So that is just a broad. But when you are leveraging on digital space, there's what we call online objectives. Online objective has to do with increasing your brand awareness, leveraging on them, increasing your online sales. So it will not be more like sales generally, it will be online sales. And how can you increase online sales via your social media, via website, and all of that? Like, so maybe you want to increase traffic to your website. You want people to come and see more or what they do. So that is what online objective is. So that is how to align your online objectives with your business goals. So thank you very much, everyone. So we are going to be looking at this last agenda for today, which is harness the power of digital advertising. So now, what do we mean by digital advertising? Now, I'm going to be breaking down most. I know a lot of people might have confusion as regards to search engine marketing, search engine optimization, and all of that. So I'm going to give you what the whole case scenario is when you are online. Now, getting started with search engine marketing. I have three boxes outlined here, right? I have three boxes outlined. One is in yellow, one is in blue, and the last one is in green. The yellow aspect is where we call the search query. That's where you go to Google and begin to search for anything, right? So the moment a customer search on Google, the first results that will come out are what we call the paid text or shopping ad. So shopping ad are just images of the product with prices below them. Then the paid text are the one businesses pay Google to appear. You are paying Google to jump the line. You don't want to follow the crowd. You are just paying Google to jump the line. So that is what appears immediately a customer search. So for all the businesses that pay Google, the moment a customer search for anything that has to do with their business, because the business will submit a particular number of keyword. What I mean by keyword is I'll tell Google that for charity now, Google will say anybody that search anything that has to do with beauty, fashion, cosmetic, hair, anything generally in line with my business, let my advertisement come out to the person. So that is what I mean by keyword. Cherry will now gather a lot of those keyword that um her business does. She will now submit to Google and say anything like this, anybody or any customer searches from Google, let my business appear. Then the last box is what we call the organic search, and the same thing as search engine optimization. Where website don't want to pay, they just want to ensure that their webs they have enough content that will trigger their website to come anytime someone searches. So for this set of people, they just have to keep populating their website, have to keep putting content in line with what people are searching for, so that anytime they search, their website will come and appear. But they come below those that pay Google to appear. Then what are the process of search engine marketing? How do you go about it? Number one, you need to understand your customers. Is very, very important. Secondly, you need to find the right keyword. Like I said, for Cherish, you will have to look for all possible keyword that has to do with her business or what people can search. People can search who is the best makeup artist. People can search the best makeup kit. People can search how to care, how to cure skin burn, skin rashes. So all those things are in line with what Cherry do. So all those keywords, Cherry needs to gather all of them. And secondly, she will now create her ad, write the ad like, okay, Cherry, we sell the best beauty cosmetics. Check us out. So she needs to create the best advertisement, then put it all together and begin to run them on Google, right? So now, for those that might be confused between search engine marketing and search engine optimization, they are actually two different things. They are almost similar, but two different things. Number one, you need to know that search engine marketing is not free. You have to pay. That's why I say you pay to jump the line, right? Then the second one is search engine optimization, which is you now doing it free. Is actually free. You don't pay for it, but you do most of the work. Then for search engine marketing, you bid on keywords. You have to submit those keywords to Google. Remember, Cheryl might not be the only person doing beauty. She might be doing beauty with a lot of competitors. So she and the competitors will now start fighting over those keywords. Competitors might submit the same similar keyword Cherry submit. So they are bidding on the same keyword. While for search engine optimization that is actually free, you optimize the keyword. What do I mean by optimize? Like you create content around those keywords. Like if Cherry will pay Google to say I'm the best beauty makeup, then for the person that doesn't have money running search engine optimization, he will have to create a video tutorial about our best beauty makeup, blog post about best beauty. So all that is what it actually means. Then for search engine marketing, which is the paid, you can easily appear on the first page. But for search engine optimization, it takes time. You have to do a lot of work, a lot of effort to appear on the first page. And I hope you get to understand the difference, right? So, and how do you get started with search engine optimization for those that might want to go with the free part before paying Google? Number one is actually kind of a bit technical. If you have a website, you need to consult with your website developer to, number one, sign up your website on Google Search Console. Then, secondly, help Google find your content by submitting a sitemap. This is what we call a sitemap. Your technical person will definitely have an idea of what a sitemap is, right? So he will have an idea of what a sitemap is. Then you also help Google and understand your content. You need to create amazing content. You need to create engaging content, content that will attract, address people need, content like helping people find solutions to their problems. Anytime that intent-based customer come, he has a problem. Remember, intent-based customers, they already have the problem. They want to come and find the solution. So ensure that the content you put on your website are actually the solutions they are looking for. So that is how to go about search engine optimization. And these are basic tips that I want to give you. Number one, you need to run keyword research. Running keyword research is, these are amazing platform on Google. There's what we call Google Keyword Planner that helps you to know what people are searching for online. There's what we call SEMrush. SEMrush also helps you to get keyword of what people are searching for online, right? There's also what we call Moz. Moz is also a tool that help you have an idea of what people are searching for online. So when you know what people are searching, then you now create content across that particular things they are searching, right? Then publish useful and high quality content and make sure your website are search friendly. Is actually very, very important you do that. Now, we talked about display advertisement. For those of us that might not understand, when I was saying display advertisement is an opposite part of traditional marketing where we see billboard, banners, flyers, and all of that. So now it's the same thing as raising those billboard, those banners online where you see phone company, network companies, banks, and all of that have these simple banners online where they begin to appear to you, click to register, click to buy, and all of. So those are the example of what those display ads look like. And I know a lot of us have come across it. So now, how is display advertising different from search advertising? Because we have two different kind of channels here, right? So now the simple difference is display advertising is mostly used to create awareness. People don't know about you. The best way they can know is when they see a graphic illustration of what you do, they see advert display of what you do and all of that, right? Then you also focus around serving on, you get to appear on different websites, you get to send your advertisement on all high traffic. Let's say we have bbc.com. We know BBC, a lot of people go to their website to read news, so you send your advertisement to those kind of website because you are creating awareness. But what search advertising has to do with more of making sales, right? So the moment you put out your advert, just like we give example, you put out your advert, people will just click. They already have the problem and they are looking for solution, right? So they just come. But display now, they don't know you. You are targeting the identity, but you are now showing your advert to their face so that they can pick interest. But for search, the main goal is to make sales because you already know they have the problem and they are coming for the solution, right? So that is just the difference between display and search. And how do you go about your display advertising? Like search engine marketing, you understand your customers, find placement ideas, that the kind of website you want to send those advertisement to, then create your ad, that is your graphic design, your banner design, put it all together and begin to run those kind of advertisement. Then the last one of which we looking at also is social advertising, leveraging of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, even Google, YouTube, right? To be able to amplify our businesses, get people to know about us. So we have things like Facebook where you get to advertise for all the audience. We know Facebook have a lot of audience on its network, right? So you get to advertise to them and all of that. Now, what are the different? Because even for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, there is what we call paid and organic. Organic is just another name for free. So, what are the difference between a free Facebook and also a paid social media account, right? So, let's look at what the difference is. Organic social media is just you putting your posts, making posts, comments and all of that without being charged. You are just running it for free. But for paid social media, when you are running adverts on Facebook, Facebook charges you for all the number of views, for the number of action people take, like click, download, install, and all of that. So that's what paid social media is. Then, but there are limitations for organic, which is free. Your content only appear to people that are following your page, right? But when you are running a paid social media, you can send your content to people even outside your current location, people that have never seen you before, and all of that. Then that is what the difference between paid and organic is all about. And how do you go about your social media process? As always, choose your objective. What do you want to achieve? You target your audience, right? Because you remember, we say social media is mostly for identity based kind of customers. Because when customers are on Facebook, they have already given Facebook their name, their gender, their age, their location. So you cannot ask Facebook that I want to target this category of people. Now, that is why choosing your audience is very important. So when you come to Facebook, you not tell Facebook that I need customers that are female, I need customers that are within this age range, I need customers living in Cape Town. Then Facebook will now send your advertisement to this specific kind of customers. Then last but not least, you create your ad, whether it's a video, a graphics, then set your budget. How much do you want to spend? Your daily, you can make it a budget daily, you can make it weekly, you can make it a lifetime. So you can now tell Facebook, I have just $200 to spend totally for my advertisement. So you can do that as well. So I think we have actually come to the end of the section where I'm going to give room for question. If you have question, you can do well to just drop your question in the comment section. Please feel free to ask your question. And I hope we are able to give you an overview of what the whole case scenario is as regards to creating your digital marketing plan. So please, if you have question, okay, Evelyn say, can these notes be made available? Unfortunately, it's not available, but this video will still be on the YouTube channel for you to rewatch because we are not permitted. It's actually a copyright slide, so it's not going to be shared to participants at the moment. So we are sorry about that, Longat, right? So thank you very much. It's so impactful. Thank you very much, Full Time Spices, as well. We really appreciate your presence here. So please, if you have question, you can do well to drop them. And please don't forget to subscribe or click on the icon, the subscribe button on this YouTube channel. And attendance for this section will also be shared very soon. So please don't forget, for every section we have an attendance that we do take, and for every section we have what we call certificate for every topic. So please, when submitting your attendance, ensure that um, you fill in your details correctly, and the topic of you select the topic of the training, which is create a digital marketing plan for your. So now the attendance link has just been dropped in the comment section as well. So I just dropped the attendance link. So please do well to also ensure that you sign up. So please, if you have any question, you can also drop that, right? So now, what are your next steps is actually very, very important. Okay, before I conclude, I want to also tell you that this is more like an introductory class where we want to open your eye to the possibilities, right? um but there is what we call the Google Hustle Academy. Is a boot camp for a full week where we go practical on all these things we discuss, right? Where we go practical on all these things. So please, if you want to join this Hustle Academy, you can also do that by just going to the link will also be shared to you in the comment section for you to actually fill in. So don't forget to, if you want to join the Hustle Academy, it's actually free. You are not going to be charged as well. This comes as a courtesy of this partnership. So the Hustle Academy is a week-long bootcamp where we are going to introduce you to financial activity, how to create or how to generate funds for your business, how to pitch your business to investors, how to draft marketing activities. So it's a whole week of bootcamp where you go practical about it, right? So feel free to actually look on that and see how interesting it's going to be. So now at the end of every training, we tell people that this is not all where the knowledge ends. There are a lot of opportunities as well. So please feel free to go and seek for more knowledge. The link will be dropped in the comment section for you. What your next step where you get to also have more understanding. You can take free courses on search engine optimization, on search engine marketing, on social media marketing. They are all made available by Google. If you go to learndigital.withgoogle.com, the link will also be dropped for you. You can actually check on that. And if you're any of these social media platform and you want to connect with us, you want to see our forthcoming training. If you're on Facebook, you can go to facebook.com/digital skills for Africa. If you're on Twitter, you can follow us on twitter.com/digital skill AF. And I'm also on Instagram, instagram.com/digital skill AF. So you can connect with us, and that of Impactor as well will be dropped in the comment section. You can connect with Impactor and also join all our forthcoming sessions. So we are going to see you guys next week Friday for we have a series of topic, and they are all going to be amazing. They are going to help you so well, and they are going to help your business grow as well. So don't forget, all communication will also be passed to you via the proper channel. Medley will be communicating with you, and don't worry about certificates. The moment we aggregate everything, we're going to dispatch and send certificate. The last cohort certificate are still being processed, and then we're going to share with everyone. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for joining today's section, and I'll get to see you next week. So thank you, and have a wonderful day ahead.